So we're calculating the area of composite figures, and this one you might have seen in another video, but I'll just do it again for you here. It tells us that the length is 24.4, the width is 18.5, and the height is 2.4. Well, what we've got is two separate figures. I'm going to complete the figures here. And so we're going to take this triangle, the area of that triangle, away from the area of the rectangle. So the rectangle is 24.4 by 18.5 minus the triangle, which is still 24.4 by 2.4, but then remember that the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So on our calculator, let's get the calculator out here, we'll take 24.4 times 18.5 and then subtract, I'm going to do it as a fraction, 24.4 by 2.4 over 2, and we get 422.12. Next one. Find the area of the green shaded region, which actually you run into that all the time in real life. In farms out west, they have those. If you look up Google Earth and look in western Nebraska, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we've got a diagram here. It says the side is 15.6. So to find the area of the green shaded region, we would take the square minus the circle. Well, the square is 15.6 squared. The circle is the radius, 15.6 divided by 2 is 7.8. So the circle is pi times 7.8 squared. So then when we press it on our calculator, we'll take 15.6 squared key, the squared key is right up here in the top row, minus shift pi key is down here on the bottom row, and then radius times 7.8 squared key, and we get 52.225. Next, kind of a complicated one here. We're going to calculate the area of the garden. The garden is 36 long, 19 wide, and 3 feet across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it into 4 separate sections here. We'll call them the top, right, bottom, left, and we're going to add those together. And then we've also got a quarter of a circle here, a quarter here, a quarter here, and a quarter here, so we've got a full circle. So let's take the circle plus 4 rectangles, we'll call them. Okay, the circle is pi times the radius is 3 squared, plus the top is 36 by 3, because this garden is 3 feet all the way around, plus the bottom, or plus the right side, which is 19 by 3, plus the bottom, which is 36 by 3, plus the left side, which is 19 by 3. And so we can calculate that. Shift pi, pi times 3 squared plus, I have to go over one, yep, plus, plus 36 times 3 plus 19 times 3 plus 36 times 3 plus 19 times 3, and I get 358.27. Next one. Find the amount of fencing to enclose the softball field shown here. Well, if you notice, we aren't asked for the area. We're just asked for the perimeter. So with that in mind, what we've got here is this is 270 feet. This is 270 feet. Here is our curved part of the fence. Curve. Okay, curve of the circle. So the curved part is, remember, it's perimeter is you add up the sides. The perimeter of a circle is called the circumference, and that's pi times the diameter, or pi times 2 times the radius. Okay, so in this case, let's take care of the circular part first. If it's a full circle, we would use this formula, but since we're doing a quarter of a circle, right? We're doing a quarter of a circle, we'll take it divided by 4. So it's pi times 2 times the radius, which is 270, but we're only doing a quarter of the circle. And then plus the two sides, 270 plus 270. So when we press it on our calculator, I'm going to use the fraction key. Shift pi times 2 times 270 over 4, and then plus 270 plus 270 is 964 feet of fence. To the nearest foot, it says. Next. There's a couple of them here. One of them is, how far is it around this house? And then later on we're going to do how oh, come on now. We'll do the area also, just in case you have an area question. So we've got, I can't fit it all on one screen, sorry about that. Okay, A, it says, is 26, B is 23, D, this is a square, so it's 14, and E is a square, so it's 13. So the perimeter is the top side, 26, plus the left side, 23, plus this side, 14, plus this side, 14, plus this side, 14, plus this side, 13, plus the bottom side here, 13, plus this side, 13, and then we've got these three sides that we don't know how much they are. Well, this section right here is the same as this section over here, so that'll be plus 23. And this section plus this section plus this section plus the bottom section here add up to 26. So what we can do is take plus 26, we'll say the whole thing, and then subtract this part because we already added it, and subtract this part down here because we already added it. So then we would just press that all on our calculator. 26 plus 23 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus 13 plus 13 plus 13 plus 23 plus 26, subtract 14, subtract 13 is 152. I just thought of something. This can't possibly be 26, because if this is 14 here, and this is 13 here, that already adds up to 27. So I shouldn't have had that side be 26. But anyway, you can see how the calculation would work out. Okay, now, for the area, I'm going to use, I'll make a new copy, just in case you have an area question. Let's say that it had asked you for the area. Well, what you've got here is the big rectangle. This is 26. I'm gonna recalculate this question so we get different numbers. There we go. Okay, now let's do it. So this is 49, this is 21, this is 16, and this is 19. Okay, so what I've got here is the big rectangle. Add the L and subtract, I'll call this the whole. This is the whole right here. Okay, so the big rectangle is 49 by 21. The L, since it's a square, is 19 by 19, and the whole, since it's a square, is 16 by 16. So in our calculator, we'll take 49 by 21 and then add 19 by 19 and then subtract 16 by 16. And we get 1,134 square feet. Next one, or is that the last one? I guess it is the last one. So anyway, you can see how to do these questions.